We arrived in Peterson Bay and spent time with people from lots of different places, learning about climate change in Kachemak Bay. The bugs were annoying, but we had lots of fun learning about Kachemak Bay and the surrounding land. Experts helped us understand more about climate change, but we also did some research of our own.
So, has this glacier way back there been melting or increasing?
Well, it's definitely been melting and pulling back. You can see that on the aerial photographs that are taken every few years. It's always pulling back. And
global warming is making the glaciers melt, and the glaciers are putting fresh water into the oceans. This, in turn, is making the water level rise, and there will be less living space for the human population.
The glaciers melt and bring fresh water into the bay, which dilutes the water and leaves a layer of fresh water on the top. But once the glaciers are all melted, there will be no more fresh water, and then the animals will have to adapt to that, which will be hard and may wipe out some.
Another thing that will force the animals to adapt is the rise in the salinity of the bay and the oceans, and that's the amount of salt that is in the ocean. And too much salt can be bad for the animals, and too little can also be bad, but the fresh water helps keep it in between.
Also, if the glaciers melt, then there won't be as much fresh water for us to drink and such.
if we didn't know about the added amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, we might be inclined to say, yeah, this is just more of the same. But the amount of carbon dioxide has really increased greatly since the Industrial Revolution.
It's representing the ocean. It's getting all acidic.
On Tuesday, we went tide pooling in Kachemak Bay. We found 52 animals, and now we're going to decide which animals are affected by the oceans turning acidic, and how it's going to affect their growth rate of their exoskeletons and their shells. This is a test, and 29 of the animals shall not pass. This is the result of the decrease of calcium carbonate in the water. We started off originally with 52 animals that we found, but only 23 of the animals would be around still if there was a decrease in calcium carbonate.
This is the effect of a spruce bark beetle. What's happening is they're eating the sugars of the bark and causing the trees to die.
And we had a couple really warm summers where the spruce bark beetles developed more and more of them every year. And they're destroying the trees by eating through them.
So if it continues to get warmer, we're going to see more spruce beetles and less trees.
This place is beautiful.
And it's our home.
Please help us protect it.
Alright folks, are you ready for this?